Good morning, campers. Happy Monday. You know what it means. Masculine Monday. So if you're new here, on Mondays, I do guidance for masculines on a journey. So let's go ahead. Let's try to tap into collective energy. Last week's Monday and check-in was very specific. So there was one collective that really pulled me in. It was a little bit more detailed, a little bit more specific. So let's see what comes forth today. Let's check, how are you feeling? Where are you emotionally? And if that will resonate with you, we will ask Spirit for a message. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So we have 3 of these. Ooh, we have creativity. So you would be floating on creative juices as well, which doesn't surprise me because most of my feminines from my collectives are going through the same right now. We have rest. I'm hearing taking care of your body with this rest. So you would maybe be focusing on connecting to the needs of your body, I'm hearing. And death and rebirth. Yes, happiness at the bottom of the deck. Let's confirm with tarot. Creativity. Creativity. What? We have 2. 5 of Wands and Ace of Cups. That's really nice. Hold on, let me do 2 more. Do 2 more. For the rest. Haha, we have the Hermit. Confirmation. Couldn't we have a better confirmation? And death and rebirth. What transformation you're going through, my beautiful masculine. We have Shapeshifter at the bottom of another deck. You're shifting. Temperance. Beautiful. Beautiful. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I am hearing this. You are going through a transformation. I feel this masculine, you have been healing for a while, trying to restore some sort of internal balance that you felt that was missing. Perhaps you haven't actually know that you have been consciously on a journey of healing, but you have been trying to fix certain things, right? Masculines, you're very much about fixing, not healing. How do I fix this, right? How do I not make this happen again? How do I improve, right? Very physical point of view, which is the natural, because your dominion is the physical world, the matrix, right? This is where you sit. So it's like you have been trying to improve your life, and I feel you have been working on your self-esteem, on your self-worth. I'm hearing that you have been trying to figure out, you know what I always say in this song that I often post for you, my masculines, who told you you're not good enough, right? So maybe you've been trying to figure out, where does it come from? Every time I don't feel good enough, every time I don't feel I'm not worthy, where does it come from? Who actually told me that? So I feel you have been trying to work on your self-esteem, and I feel you're shifting a little bit now to that perspective more of a soul. So maybe you're connecting more to your essence, maybe you're connecting more to the unknown. So it's not just that logical healing that you've done in the past, maybe through therapy, self-help books, educational books about or masterclasses I just heard about human nature, but more of a to suit the soul. And it's beautiful because with that resting, that hermit, you would be in a hermit mode. So you would be slowing down right now. You would be listening to your body. You would be trying to isolate yourself from distractions to really train yourself to question everything, right? Which is a very nice energy. And with that creativity, I was excited because we have Ace of Cups and we have 5 of Wands. I immediately heard with this one, collaboration versus competition. Men are very competitive, right? It's your nature. It's your design. It's given to your physical body to be very competitive. But there are two sides of the coin, just like for everything. There's a shadow and there's a light. So when you are sitting in a place of lack of self-love, you use that competitiveness to prove something to God knows who and God knows what, right? To just for the sake of competing. Everything is competition. Everything is about winning, right? However, when you're sitting in a place of self-love, and Ace of Cups is all about self-love, you switch competition to collaboration, and you start thriving in situations that, yes, they are about competitiveness, but you're not attaching your worth to the winning. So there's a reason competitive sports came to my mind, team sports. So maybe you recently been signed up for something. I just heard football, or maybe a different sport, maybe gym. Maybe you found like buddies, new friends, new people that you're connected to, fresh new mindset that is like boosting that creativity within you. Wands are also about creativity, but also about your passion, what drives you, what pushes you forward on your path. So I'm hearing very beautiful energy. It's like if this is your reading, you would be finding yourself connecting maybe more to not your usual friend like from years, but that men tribe. I'm hearing men tribe, which is really making me so happy, because men need another healthy man, right? It's like, and that competitive sport is a beautiful, perfect dynamic if you approach it the right way, not the cuckoo way like a lot of people. But if you approach it the right way, it's you have two teams, right? You have this something specific that came to my mind. I want to share this to you. It might be long reading, sorry. You have two teams, and you boost that manly competition, and you like, oh, let's do it, right? And you fight with each other, and if someone wins, someone loses, and yay, it's okay, let's go and grab a beer. That's what true men are about. And what came to my mind, for whatever reason, and maybe you like football, that if you think of, Messi and Ronaldo, I know that they're not best friends. They confirm always that they're not best friends, but they're friendly and they have that healthy competition. Messi's like very divine masculine, if you know what I'm saying. I love this man. But they have this healthy approach. Like, dude, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Right? It's the fans. It's the distorted fans that hate each other, that bash one on another, right? But the masculine on top is not leading for that energy. And it's like you're understanding now that certain things, sport, life, competition, healthy competition, it's about collaboration, it's about motivation, it's about drive through that testosterone, right? It's not about hating each other. It's not about because he won and I lost and this and that, because we all have our moments. We all have a very individual paths. Beautiful. All right. Let's ask Spirit, shall we? What do they want you to focus on? What do they want you to embody now? And then we're going to do one oracle for my favorite ones. What does Spirit want you to embody and work on? What energy? Let's do maybe 4 or 5. Okay. All right. Yes. I'm hearing it, Spirit. Okay. Maybe one of these animals I just heard is a sign for you. Okay, what do we have in here? We have beautiful cards. A lot of fire and air, so maybe that's detail for some of you. Maybe you're an air sign, you're a fire sign. Maybe you embody these energies, which is actually very beautiful for men. Air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, it's all about mind and ideas and floating. Air energy is very ungrounded, right? It's a dreamer energy. And when it's tamed, when it's balanced, when it's on the right side, because on the wrong side, you can go into overthinking and like being the prisoners of your mind. But when you teach yourself to use the mind as a tool, you beautiful minds. Air signs are beautiful minds. And fire is about passion, ignition, drive, my mission. I love this energy, right? Spirit sees that energy within you, and Spirit wants you to just continue to do what you're doing. It's beautiful. Elephant and bee together, what I was hearing, bee is the energy of hard work. I'm hearing that you are putting a lot of work. You are a hard worker, and it's like your guides want you to know that they're seeing your efforts. And it's not like, so if you're finding yourself in a moment, I'm trying and certain things are not happening, just let it go. Let it go. All we have to do is try. That's it. Sometimes certain things need to fall. You know, things are happening in the rooms that you're not at. It's not, I always talk about this. Spirit is not genie in a bottle. Things are not happening like this. It's all a chessboard. It's all a chain reaction. Certain things have to be moved and clear out. Spirit is preparing your highest, most abundant timeline. So just trust. Continue to put in work. Focus on what you can control, which is you, yourself, your mindset, how you show up for yourself, for your dreams. And the elephant does not give up. The elephant just pushes. The elephant understands the difference. And I feel like you're shifting here. We have the bath, which is a confirmation for death and rebirth, transformation, right? The elephant understands the big difference that I always talk about, because it's a tricky thing for the masculines. The difference between I am the victim of my fate and I'm the master of my destiny. Destiny exists. Destiny is real. What we call destiny are milestones on our highest, most abundant timeline. Are milestones that our soul decided, no matter how much I'm gonna resist, okay, that has to happen. Those are those moments in your life, like for the masculines, it's meeting your feminine, that were divinely orchestrated. You were not in control. Those milestones, if you look at your journey and your path, right, you're gonna have milestones, okay? Those things have to happen. Universe will conspire in order for them to happen. Sometimes they're very good, sometimes they're challenges, but we have to go through them. And in between those milestones, we have free will, so we have to navigate. We can, repeat certain cycles. We can go a little faster, we can resist a little bit, right? But one way or another, all roads will lead, all timelines that you will be shifting will lead to that milestone, and from one to another, right? And it's also going to be very individual, but for us divines, the chosen ones, that we come here to have a specific mission on earth, those milestones are very set in stone. They're very fixed, they're very strong, so you can only resist and delay the inevitable. But I feel you're working very hard. They're wanting you to continue work very hard, to continue to shift your mindset that you are a master of your destiny. And don't give up. It's about not giving up. So if you've been having moments of, don't give up. They don't want you to give up. They see your strength. They see your perseverance. Just keep pushing. You are going through a transformation. It may be a little bit uncomfortable. We have Hummingbird. Hummingbird is very lighthearted. It's very joyful. It's this fun air energy, right? It's Hummingbird knows how to self-soothe, how to nourish, where to go for nourishment. Hummingbird is this energy. Maybe it just came to my mind. Maybe there are still some vicious cycles that you need to break, Sometimes something negative happens in our life and we run to a coping mechanism that instead of helping us, it's actually amplifying it, right? So I'm going to give you an example. If you suffer from anxiety or stress, right? Let's say due to your work or your life situation, and in order to cope, which happens a lot for the masculines, you go towards partying, shallow relationships, addictions. You're only going to amplify it. These things will not help your anxiety, will not help your stress, right? So it will become that vicious loop, that vicious cycle. So whatever's challenging in your life, you have to find a distraction and coping mechanism that is actually taking you out of that situation. And I feel you've been doing this, but maybe it's a sign I'm hearing for to re-examine. Am I still in some sort of a loops? A lot of loop comes to my mind as well. So when you are lonely, when you need love, many men, because they struggle with emotion, with vulnerability, because we live in a very distorted masculine world, 505 on a timer, you run towards breadcrumbs and shallowness of love, physicality of love, which is nothing to do with true love. And it only amplifies the loneliness. It only amplifies the emptiness, right? So instead of that, go towards healthy coping mechanism. Love yourself. Seek for that love in something else. There's everywhere. Love is everywhere, right? If you cannot find physical love in the physical world from your physical partner, your divine feminine right now, do something you love. It will amplify the energy of love. Love a pet. Love a family member. Do some charity work. Spread the love. Love yourself. Engage in some self-love, even if it's like a physical routine, right? And I'm hearing with this as well that they want you to develop healthy coping mechanism, healthy routines. You need to really learn to self-nourish. Whenever something challenging is happening, whatever, have a healthy routine. Not bars, not karmic friends, not distractions that are unhealthy, addictions, booze. Healthy. Fix yourself some fresh made juice. Go for a walk. Salt bath. Whatever feels right, whatever resonates, whatever. Just make sure that you have to work towards a lighter energy. Something that will actually make you feel good. And the last one that we have is the gazelle. Gazelle is about vulnerability. So I'm hearing that they're preparing you. In union with your feminine, we have to be vulnerable. The whole objective of divine union, not just between twins, but soulmates, heros gamos, divine union, is finding another person that will be your home, that will feel like home. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter where you go, this person is your home. Doesn't matter the challenges, right? It's these two cards together. Because challenges will always come. It's part of life. You will always, even together, you will always have to face pain, challenges, sadness. You will have to face some disagreements between you, moments of feeling not understood. But it's about self-nourishment. It's about knowing how to communicate with your partner as well. And you're never gonna build a healthy union if there's no trust, if there's no vulnerability, if there's not true opening of the heart. And the locked heart for a very long time is a thing for the masculine because you're scared. So practice that vulnerability. Maybe, you know what I just heard, maybe try yourself with a stranger. So I just thought if that part of sport really resonated, remember what I said, that you really have like buddies, and test yourself. Try to, one of these men that you really resonate with, try to open and tell him something. I'm starting to cry right now. You're making me emotional. Stop doing that. It's good. I'm kidding. It's actually good. Feel your emotions. If you feel connection with someone, with that buddy from gym or from football, you go to grab that beer, just tell him, you know what? There's a woman I love. Or tell him, you know what? Work has been... Or you know what? My relationship with my father sucks. Open up. Oh my God, you're making me emotional. But it's good. I'm loving it. You have to practice. To open your heart. No matter what happens, not everyone, it's also a test of your intuition. Who do you choose to open with? right? And it's not about oversharing. It's not about, throwing your burden at a stranger. But sometimes it's like you feel in the moment. You're having a conversation and you talk about something, and instead of just staying, it's this window of opportunity that allows you to go a little bit deeper with someone. And instead of saying like, yeah, totally, yeah, dude, just go a little deeper. Share something about you. Be vulnerable, right? Spirit will guide you. Spirit will tell you when the moment comes, okay? All right, beautiful. Let's pull one for you because I love these and I really want to do this. So let's go for it. Spirits, one card for our beautiful masculines. What energy they need to embody. What's the guidance? Too many. No, too many. Come on, be real. You want one. They're really long to read. You made me emotional. I love it. We love your emotions. The Castle. Number, hold on, 43. I'm not good at these numbers. Number 43, the Castle. Okay, let me find it in a booklet. All right, got it. The Castle. When in light, visiting your throne of power, true throne, true divine masculine, not to gloat, not to control, but to lead and to change. When in dark, stuckness, depression, walls, we've been mentioning that you can feel a little bit, so just keep pushing, right? Learn to self-soothe and nurture yourself. Notice how castles are designed to keep things out, your armor. They defend, they separate. It is likely that there is connection and community beyond this wall that will revitalize you, right? So it's funny because we mentioned a community. So, right, we mentioned a community of men, so maybe this is important. All right, let's read through this. The palace, the penthouse, the fortress. It's no wonder fairy tales tell of sleeping princes within castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant, riches, seductive fantasy, ornate wonders, and lavish adornments, yet the walls are thick, cold, and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home or positions that project the image of achievement, whilst the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. All times we must settle down, yet the castle lulls us with its spell of materialism, and we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel towards. Sorry, I don't know how to read. But it is best not to linger within its walls of decadent deception for too long. I'm hearing a couple of things with this. Proper understanding, it's the armor and it's the abundance, right? Remember we spoke about vulnerability. So castle represents the armor, the protection, defending yourself from being vulnerable, from having, the fear of getting hurt. But I feel like this masculine, you have worked on this for quite a while. You're more resilient than you used to were. You're more strong, right? So you've been in that hermit for quite a while. So you might get an opportunity to open up a little bit and try to do that in a place that will feel safe, right? And another thing that I'm hearing is what it's mentioning. It's about possessions. It's about attachment to physical world. It's about understanding of abundance. Understanding of true abundance is really important for the masculine energy because you are the builders of new earth, right? You really have to understand. And remember, we mentioned competition and collaboration. So maybe there's something about abundance, brotherhood, working together that you still have to heal on a deep level. So, and maybe this is why the sister wound has been activated within me, because I connect to your energy, right? It's about we work together. It doesn't matter that your house is bigger than mine, that your car is faster than mine. We have different journeys. We have different paths. Abundance is having what you need to fulfill your purpose. It's not about possessions. It's about feeling safe. It's about feeling protected and safe on this earth, because it is your birthright to walk this earth. It's not about Abundance is, and this is what true masculine needs to understand, abundance always needs to be a byproduct of you walking your path, of you following your passion, right? Doing what ignites you. It cannot be an objective in itself. And it's this camel story that, Joshua has given us, and it's been twisted in the Bible. It's not that, possessions and money are evil, but it's about understanding that we can have all the money in the world. We can have billionaires, have mansions and planes and the fastest cars. But if it's just a byproduct of us being us and living our passion, and we understand that this is of no value to a soul because you're going to leave it in the physical world, it's okay. But the problem is when it's all that you fight for, it's all that you want, it's all that you have. So once you shed this physical body and this physical existence and you return home to your soul and to spiritual realm, right? And your higher self is going to be like, whoa, what have you learned? What have you achieved? What do you got? And you're like, whoa, a car, a motorcycles and boats, and like, whoa, where is it? I don't see it, because it doesn't exist in the spirit realm. It has no value. So you have to be guided by your lessons, by the growth of the soul, by the expansion of the soul, by the passion of the soul, by the mission of the soul, right? So maybe there's something in there that you still need to understand. I'm looking at this color yellow, which represents the heart. So stay in your heart space, be in your heart space, continue to, do what you do. You're doing absolutely amazing. Watch for that window of opportunity to try to be a little bit vulnerable. You can practice with yourself in a mirror. You can practice by talking to yourself or talking to your feminine, and she's always around you. And yeah, I love you so incredibly much. I'm starting divine masculine masterclass. First episode is going to be on today. It's about manipulations. We're going to be going through the topics that are very important on a journey of the masculine, awareness of the masculine. So yeah, I invite you to stay tuned and to watch that. I love you so incredibly much, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye!